Paul, how you doing?
Oh, Paul Nebrasky, of course.
I knew
Taylor,
it.
I am so distressed right now that you don't remember me.
Paul, I knew it. I knew it right away.
I was talking to Neil about the election, and I completely
Neil
lost
the bathroom.
what day
Neil the bathroom. Sinclair remembered, but Taylor did not.
Well, the problem was I forgot what day it was.
Okay, all right. I don't know, Neil. I don't know what to do
completely
now.
forgot it was Wednesday.
I understand, Paul. She's losing it.
I lost it a long time ago. I'm trying to find it.
She lost it in high school.
I did not.
What are we talking about there, Frank?
Junior high,
I
and now I
lost it.
respect you. As long as it went to junior high, Taylor.
I also have to make it straight. I lost
TMI.
it after college.
TMI.
TMI.
Really? Exactly. No, never mind.
You're on a
You got
roll
me on
today,
30
Neil.
seconds. I'm having fun already. I mean,
Yes,
come
right.
on.
And we have
Well-
sound effects today,
Well,
too.
yeah, Neil, you are back and in form and with us, which is really good.
Yeah, so what's on tap today, Paul? What's going on?
Well, first of all, in respect to the Veterans Day, I would like to express my respect and gratitude for all the veterans that sacrifice in their service.
Absolutely.
And, I have veterans that work for me, and I want to thank them. And for me, it's an honor just to be able to provide a veteran with a job, when they get out of there serving their country. So I just want to say that's truly an honor. So I just wanted to start there, guys. And today what's on tap, it's our Thanksgiving Day show. And Neil, you were there last year for our Thanksgiving Day show, and we had a lot of fun with this. So we're going to have
a lot of laughing.
great. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of laughing
Yeah,
today.
that was the Black Friday toilet flush.
Yes.
So we're going to start with a question, and we're immediately we're going to start doing my Our Town questions a little bit. Our soundbite for 2 weeks ago, what we did for Halloween, was such a hit. The amount of phone calls and feedback we got with these sound bites were great. So we're gonna keep that going with the question. So we're gonna start by giving away something today for Taylor. And I always refer to you. What would you like to give? What should we give away today?
I think we should give away I don't know, because our restaurants are, I'm going to say, hoping to fill up as their quantity they're allowed.
Yeah.
So maybe a local restaurant in Warwick, and no matter where you live, come here and have dinner one night or have lunch or whatever you'd like.
Absolutely.
We have 100 restaurants in the town of Warwick, which is actually physically the largest town in the county. And we have 32,000 residents in this town alone.
Second largest in the state.
In the state,
town.
right. So, we talk about Silvio's and Blarney all the time because that's where we go, 90% of the time. But, and we go there because we know what they do, the protocol. I ate at Grappa, but I ate outside.
Right.
They're, who knows what the weather's going to be. But what do you think of that, Paul?
Absolutely, $50 gift certificate, and as always, we will match $50. You pick a charity, Taylor, and we will match the $50.
Well, you know where it's going. It's going to the Warwick Valley Humane Society.
Oh, there's a shocker.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay.
We're trying to get that building built. That's why.
In our lifetime.
So today's question comes with a soundbite. So let me ask the question first, and then Frank, I'm going to need soundbite number one.
All right. Well, hold on a second because we just are we okay now? Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Yep.
What famous character actor whose birthday happens to be today said one of the worst jobs he ever had? Oh, I told you it was a he. I said actor. Was cleaning toilets at a county park in Westchester, New York, that had no running water. Again, what famous character actor whose birthday happens to be today said one of the worst jobs he ever had was cleaning toilets at a county park in Westchester?
You got me on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a very hard question. But we have a soundbite for you for our first clue.
All right.
All right, audio
so this
soundbite.
is a hint.
All right, so this is the gentleman that you're talking about, right?
Correct. From one of
the movies?
Yes, from one of his movies.
Okay, so here we go. Boy, that's
you're as bad as Frank on the 2-second
that's
song
a tough
contest.
one. I know. I know who it sounds like, but I'll tell you later.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time, Frank. Let's give it to him one more time.
One more time. Nothing to laugh about.
It kind of ties in with Thanksgiving, so that's one other clue I'm giving. Okay, it's a little bit of a far fetch, but it kind of ties in with Thanksgiving. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I have no idea, but go ahead.
Okay, we have, if nobody answers, we have plenty of clues to come.
All right.
All right? So let's get into some Thanksgiving. So, Taylor, you brought it up, and one of the funniest things we talked about last time is what is traditionally the day after Thanksgiving is known as Black Friday, correct? And what do we call it in the plumbing world?
Brown Friday.
Speak up, Taylor.
Toilets, Brown Friday.
It was Brown Friday.
Brown Friday is correct. We remember that. We talked about that for a long time. It's believe it or not, it's
funny.
our busiest day of the year. Every plumber's busiest day of the year, and we call it Brown Friday.
So this virtual Thanksgiving is going to work really well.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Well, this will be interesting because theoretically, Paul, you're not going to have as many people in the household. So,
yeah, but
and
it doesn't matter. They'll be in different households.
they're going to be somewhere, yeah, but they may not overdo the system if,
Yeah, that's true.
there's not as many. You might not get as many. It'd be interesting
Oh,
to
yeah,
see.
I want to hear about
Yeah,
this,
if you
Paul.
get the same amount of calls.
Yeah, because you can call
I
in on
agree.
Tuesday after Thanksgiving and tell us how the calls went from Thanksgiving. We can compare it to all the other years.
All right. Well, I hope I don't have to lay off any people. I mean, that would be horrible.
It'd be a royal flush.
That would be a royal flush. Okay. Now, I think we're going to be busier. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh.
Frank, do you see soundbite number 2 there?
I do.
All right. Let's play soundbite number 2, and we're going to tell you why I think we're going to be busier.
Okay, here we go. Number 2.
Number 2. That sounds like a chicken or a turkey.
Chicken in the toilet.
No, a turkey.
Turkey in the toilet.
Frank, you're close. Frank,
Turkey in
you
the
got
toilet.
it. That is one of our customers a couple years ago flushing a small turkey down the toilet.
Get
What?
out of here.
Okay.
Recycling.
Now, as we heard before, this year most people have small turkeys. So, my fear is that we're going to be flushing them down the toilet. And we're
Why
going to be
would
really
anybody
busy.
flush that down the
Right.
toilet? I don't
Listen,
even
we've
get
talked
that.
about this before. Why would anybody flush half the stuff we pull out of toilets?
I mean, that's a book right there, Paul.
This particular lady said she did not have a garbage disposal.
So what? There's
put it
a
in the
garbage
garbage.
can. The heck? That is not a new
Hey, listen.
invention.
Listen, I'm
God.
agreeing with you 100%. I'm agreeing with you 100%. So since the phone is not ringing yet, do we want to start with a
Clue.
a clue?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's repeat again what they're getting.
Okay, you go ahead, Taylor.
All right. So you're going to get a $50 gift certificate. A gift certificate.
you to say.
Yeah, exactly. To a restaurant in the town of Warwick, which could be Silvio's if you want to go at night. It's a beautiful restaurant, great food. Or Blarney, one of the greatest Irish pubs there is. Great food there, fun place. Everybody is set up for social distancing, and it's really well taken care of. So you will win that gift certificate if you can guess who this is.
Let me play that
and-
soundbite again one more time here because I'm trying to think of this.
And soundbite
Wow.
2, what do 2?
Well, 2 has nothing to do with that, Taylor.
2 has nothing to do with that, but
Oh.
2 has to do with Brown Friday. 2 has to
Yes.
do with Brown Friday.
So we're not giving
But-
them
but-
another clue of who it is?
Well, he just
No, I'm
gave a
going to give
clue.
another clue.
All right.
This now, and you have to know in case everybody's listening from the Humane Society, whether somebody gets this or not, the Humane Society gets their $50 no matter
Oh,
what.
thank you.
Okay.
That's
So
wonderful.
this gentleman is originally from Peekskill, New York, but now lives in London. All right.
All right.
He's a
okay,
character actor, not a leading man.
You'll know the
what?
name.
Has he
Okay,
has he been a lead part in a movie?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And some very famous movies. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and I'll give you one more clue. And this gentleman, it's really funny that we came up with this today. Everybody has somebody that people say you look alike. I've been told 3 or 4 times in my life by people who are adamant that I look like this actor.
Oh, it's Cary Grant. Now I know.
Cary Grant,
Oh, that's
exactly.
right.
I mean, and
Nobody
really
laughs so
win.
hard.
and the funny part is, I was in years ago, and when I was younger, Eileen and I were in Las Vegas. We're playing blackjack at a table, and the whole table was insistent I was this actor. And they were fighting with me that I was this actor.
You
and they
should
were
have just
asking-
signed the
Well,
autograph and done with it.
Right. Yeah, and then it happened to me again when Eileen and I went to a Broadway show. And we had gotten to, the house seat, so we were in the first row, and people were insistent I was this actor. So it's really happened to me 2 other times.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's so I thought that's really interesting.
Now, Taylor
Okay?
knows every actor under the sun, and you got to think, but don't say it out loud. Who does Paul look like? And I don't know
Yeah, I'm
of an
trying
actor
to-
I can think he does look like.
And it was when I was a little bit younger. We had shared the same glass. I'll give you 2 hints. We had the same glasses and the same haircut. Okay, so which is no hair. Okay, next. All right. So let's. All right. So we're done with clues. I really want to give some tips for Thanksgiving, and then we're going to get into really fun stuff for Thanksgiving. And this is really important. I've had this question a couple times, more than a couple times, from some of our listeners. And people are really worried if they are going to have Thanksgiving. Taylor, I heard you say earlier today that you're going to have virtual.
Right.
And Neil, I heard you're going to have to-go Thanksgiving.
Yep. Correct.
So the people who are actually having Thanksgiving and having family members, they're worried about their health and how to keep themselves healthy in the house. So here's what I'm suggesting to my our listeners and my clients. Number one is air quality. Okay, so really, really important is if you're having Thanksgiving inside your house and you have a hot air system or you have an air conditioning system, make sure that we service it, right? Neil, did you have yours serviced yet? Have I asked you that in a long time?
You haven't asked me in a long time, Paul, and my answer is the same.
Okay, no, but
No.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
we get our serviced every
Change
year
my
by
filter.
a wonderful guy who works for Nebrasky Plumbing and Heating,
I need-
who
I
Frank
need to
said
do
did
that.
the most meticulous job he's ever seen.
Unbelievable, yeah.
By the way, Paul,
Yeah.
I do want to talk to you about something off air.
Okay.
Okay, absolutely.
We'll give you his
wait a minute.
hotline.
Does the 8 toilets have
No,
anything to
there's
do?
nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah,
All right, it's not that
we'll
much
give you his
money.
hotline
You
number.
got it. So, all right, Taylor has my number. You can call me right afterwards. Please don't
Okay.
announce my cell phone number on the air, Taylor.
845.
But anyway,
I think I have it.
so the really a great way to start is if you have a hot air system and our air conditioning system, you replace your filter that's in that system with what we call a MERV 11 filter, which is the same filter that the restaurants are supposed to be using for inside. So that's an efficiency rating, and that rating is really, really good for handling viruses and bacteria through your air. They can't guarantee that's going to take out COVID, but what you can say is that it can really help filter your air. So what I'm suggesting all my clients to do, and we're doing, is make sure you can get them right at Home Depot, right online. Your air filter that you change, put a MERV 11 in, not 8. And the writing of what it is right on the package when you go to Home Depot, Lowe's to buy it. At that time, put your system on fan only. And what you're doing is you're circulating the air so there's no stale air inside your house with a lot of people in there, and you're filtering that air at the same time.
Now,
that makes
is,
sense, Neil, for that?
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's a great
now,
tip.
Yeah, but
Great
now,
tip.
what about people whose system gets a little bit too restricted because of the, obviously this is going to be a more restrictive air cleaner.
Yeah, so originally when Governor Cuomo came out with this, he had suggested, and I was looking to before that, a MERV 13 filter, which was more restrictive. I would not use that in your home because it's too restrictive. A 11, and MERV 13 is what hospitals use. 11, your house should have no problem handling it. We have them in about 100 houses right now. We've been checking them, and none of my customers had problems. So that's why I recommend the 11 over something a little more of a 13.
Yeah, because we
Okay,
talked
so-
about this in the past where I just went up to a higher grade filter a couple of years ago, before all of this even out there. And my system was laboring. It was kind of too much sucking the air in. It just seemed like it was actually forcing my system to run a little bit too labored, So I went back to my old style.
Yeah, and that will not work. So 11 is my suggestion. Put your system on. If you have a hot air system, and it's not, it's too hot or put it on fan only or your air conditioning in fan only. Circulate that air. Change that filter right before your company comes, and you should always put a MERV 11.
Now,
So,
does,
Paul,
I want to just ask him,
Yeah.
the gentleman that comes out to it, Keith or Kevin? I can't remember. The K, Keith. K name, I know that.
You're right.
But he does all of that for us, right?
Well, yeah, we don't have a
This
filter,
is more.
but yeah.
Yeah, you have an oil system. He was working on your heating system this time, and you don't have a central air conditioning system.
Right.
So yes, but we do that for customers. We don't bring the filters because everybody has different. But if you have the filter there, we help you. Or you ask us to, we will. But changing a filter is a very simple thing on your air conditioning system. And again, Taylor, if you don't have a heating system and it's cold that you can turn on a fan, turn it on fan only on your air conditioning.
So that's a good tip because what you're doing
Yeah,
is you're
great.
purifying the air. You normally wouldn't run that system because it's an air conditioner. conditioning system, but they also work on fan only. When you put the heat on in your house, you just put the heat on and, it comes on. But if you have a system that's an air conditioning system, you should run it with that filter fan only. It's going to not only circulate air, but it's going to filter the air as it pulls it through the unit. That's what you're saying, basically,
correct.
right?
And a MERV 11 is a lot better than the lesser filters most people have in their system.
That's MERV?
Yeah, so that's MERV. I will
Paul,
put up,
I just want to put out the texting number if people want to text a question. 845-328-0886. 328-0886.
All right, so Paul, you're going to put this up on your website, I assume, right?
Yeah, I'll put that up on the website, and as soon as the show's done, we put the show up on our website too. My Our Town, so they can listen back, and I'll put that up there for everybody. And,
All right,
and I
great.
get tons of emails. The other thing I want to talk about with that also air exchange is very important, right? So there's a thing called ERV, which a lot of new houses have fresh air come in and puts out the stale air. But most houses do not have them. They're code now for newer houses. So my suggestion to most of the people out there, even if it's very cold out, you have a lot of people in the house, and the others going, open a couple windows in the house. So open a front window and maybe a back window so you get some air from the front, air to the back. So you're now exchanging the air in your house. So if there's virus in the house and somebody does have that virus, you're taking out the stale air or the virus air, and you're bringing in fresh air, and you're filtering the air as you go. So those two things, very simple to do. A MERV 11 filter costs $5, $6 to really try to keep, help keep you healthy. I can't guarantee it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, but I know this works for, inside a house for keeping the air clean.
All right. I want clean air, especially for Frank, because allegedly he has allergies to dogs.
Right.
He's only lived with them for 8 years, but okay.
And then talking about dogs, one other thing I want to talk to you about, and we talked about this on the air too, and it might be a little tight for us to get them in, but we finally did get in our UV lights. They finally came in after the 12 weeks waiting for them. And a UV light will kill bacteria. Some are saying they will kill viruses, and I believe they will. And add a UV light to your system. Very important. I put them in. They're in my office here. I need to put one in the radio station. I have them at home, and we talked about this before. A UV light will kill the bacteria, kill viruses.
Now that goes.
I can't promise you it will kill COVID.
Now, does that go into air conditioning?
That goes into the air conditioning unit or the hot air system, whichever one that you do have.
Okay.
And again, that coupled with the filter, that's going to catch the viruses, catch stuff. And the UV filters, the reason I bring that up, the UV light also will help kill smells. Okay, because it zaps the smells also, like dog smells and such. Now, they're a little bit pricey. Anywhere between $800 and $1,100 to put a UV light in. The bulbs have to be changed every 1 to 3 years, depending on the brand. But I never used to recommend them. I'm not going to lie to you, Frank and Neil. But I did a lot of research during COVID, and I really believe in them now. And we just got them in. And another thing would be a UV light. If you call me now, I cannot promise you that I can get in for you for Thanksgiving, but it's another great way of protecting yourself during this virus.
Is that bulb,
and not even for Thanksgiving?
Is that bulb replaceable by the user, or do you have to have a pro come in and do it?
So depending where it is, so it's 50-50. If you have a system in the attic and you're okay getting there, some of my older customers cannot or they're not happy, we will replace it for you. But it is very replaceable by the owner.
And what does that cost, that bulb?
The bulb's about $100. And the bulbs we sell are every 3 years.
She just said between 1 and 3 years, Taylor.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Depending on the manufacturer. So, with Thanksgiving coming up, I just want to bring those things up. It's important. It's important.
It is.
Before we forget, because it's 8:24 already, I want to do another clue for people because we're not getting any calls here. 845-651-1110. Whoever has the correct answer to this. So give them the clues, and then Frank will play the soundbite.
Okay, here's another clue. He's the brother-in-law to Emily Blunt.
I don't even know who Emily Blunt is.
I do, but I don't. Neither does he.
That sounds like.
Can
you give us a little? What kind of a movie was that? Was it a comedy? Was it a thriller? Was it a horror movie?
I gave you was based off a book series. okay, based off a book series that was very popular. It was a very very popular series. I think there were 5 of them. The lead in it, what was her last name? Jennifer, really fantastic. Jennifer Lawrence was the lead in the movie.
Oh, I know the movie. Now I don't know who the actor is, though.
Yeah.
The actor that looks like Paul.
I didn't
The
see.
actor
I
looks like
did
me.
not, but I didn't see those movies.
When I was younger, not now. When I was younger, I was a little lighter and
Yeah,
younger.
but I did not see that series. I know which one he's talking about.
All right.
And Jennifer, it really made Jennifer Lawrence a star.
Yeah, that I know the movies.
All right. We'll see if we still get a winner on that. You got a couple of people. $50 gift certificate.
To a restaurant.
Yowzer.
845-651-1110. A lot of clues. I mean, I don't know if that laugh is going to do anything. I think the clues that
That's all right.
Paul did were.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
Paul, you missed out yesterday when we had Kevin O'Connor on the air with us.
Oh, I was listening intently. I really, really was.
Isn't he a great guy?
I wish it wasn't COVID and I was able to come in.
I know.
I would have, but he's wonderful. I called Taylor afterwards to say
Yeah, he did.
wonderful spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But I
know,
also got to say that the information that Paul's giving us all is fantastic. I mean, where else do
Absolutely.
you get this kind of information?
I have a
You know,
listener
it's
who called
mind-boggling.
me who said, where else but WTBQ do you get a plumber that tells you everything you need to do about heating and cooling? You have a lawyer that gives you legal advice. You have a health shoe that, it's just, and they're right. We are
But
it.
this information is so useful.
It really
Absolutely.
is.
I get it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil. And hey, Frank, I know we're going to be running out of time, but I got a couple questions that I want to have some fun with, and before somebody guesses who our actor is, let's laugh a little bit. So, you ready for the dumbest Thanksgiving questions?
I am.
All right. So, Butterball has an 800 number that they've had it for 40 years. The day of Thanksgiving, you can call us 800. It's 1-800 Butterball, and they've had it for 40 years, and they will help rescue you if you have a turkey problem. So here is some of the stupidest, which I felt were questions they've ever asked. So here's number one.
Well, wait, before you
My
even go to those.
we
I
have
think
somebody on the line that may have the
Oh,
answer.
wait, good, perfect.
All right, so we're going to put her on. Caller, what is your first name and what town are you calling from?
Oh, my first name's Megan. I'm calling from Westtown.
Okay, Megan, tell Paul the name of the actor you think it is.
Steven Tucci.
You got 50% of it right. Do we let it go through?
Yes. Which
It's
part did
Stanley
she?
Tucci.
Stanley, right.
Oh,
Right,
Stanley
right.
Tucci.
Yeah, that was close enough.
Now I see it.
Hey,
Now I see
I
it.
actually
Yeah.
think you're better looking than him, Paul.
Okay, but thank you. But so funny story about that. But hold on, for an extra $50 for somebody to the Humane Society, do we know what movie that soundbite was from?
Oh. Well, I know the Jennifer Lawrence films were the that series that she did. What was the name of them?
The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
You got it, Hunger
Yeah.
Games, and
Yeah.
Hunger Games that ties in perfectly with Thanksgiving.
All right. All right. So
smart guy.
so Ryan wants the $50.
Ryan wants the $50.
I won the
No,
money.
it's not $50 for you, Ryan. It's another $50 to Humane Society.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
This is why I'm cheering, Paul. This is why I'm cheering.
Never seen him that happy.
For something he didn't
Sorry,
win.
Ryan. and you're excluded from winning when you work at WTBQ.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
That's
Sorry
correct.
about that.
Eh.
All right, so Megan, that is fantastic. We're going to tell you how you get your gift certificate. So just do me a favor and email me at taylor@wtbq.com for the contest rules, your name, address, and phone number, and then I will pass it on to Wendy at Paul's office.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
So-
There you go.
I
great.
seriously think you're much better looking than he is.
Okay, so funny
You need the
story.
glasses, though, actually, on that.
I used to have the same black rim glasses when I was a little younger. My face was a little skinnier, and I'm telling you, 3 times, and people insisted, and it was in weird places. Once we were out to dinner in New York City, I had the same thing happen.
It's amazing.
So, funny story. Well, at least to me, it was. Years ago, Stanley Tucci was in a Broadway play with Edie Falco, the lead from The Sopranos.
Sure.
And they were on stage naked in one of the scenes. At the end of the Broadway play, my brother had come in. He lives in he was a veteran. He lived in Mississippi, believe it or not. Comes in, he was stationed, and my sister-in-law texted me and says, It was so weird. I thought I was seeing my brother-in-law naked on stage.
That would be weird.
Was that the? Was that
I don't know
the?
if I want to see Stanley Tucci nude.
Was that the play that won best costume thing?
Exactly, Frank. I don't know why they went to that play anyway. I mean, I think maybe I recommended it. I don't know what was going on.
I love it. That was great. Oh, who did all that? Wait a minute. Who did all that work for you to get all
It
this?
was me, of course. Come on, you know that.
All right. I thought it was
All right,
Wendy.
sure. Right about now, I think
Wendy is
Leanne
yelling?
and Wendy are about to kick my butt. I mean, come on.
I know better.
But here's
Great
the
job.
funny part. They emailed it to me because I was still away, and I called them both up. I said, "Do you realize that's a great question? Because for years people would tell me I look like Stanley Tucci." I said, "Did you realize that?" And they didn't. So I thought it was pretty
Hold
interesting.
on a second, Paul. We have Leo Cadis from Leo Cadis Ford on the line with us because it's Veterans Day, and they're having a delivery of Veterans Breakfast. Good
Yes,
morning,
they are.
Leo.
Oh, we have the best of both worlds. We have drive-through and delivery.
I love
Hi,
it.
Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Yeah, this is something Leo does
Hello,
every.
Neil.
Yeah, Neil. This is something that Leo does every year, or the Leo
Yes.
Cadis
Yep.
family does for all the veterans. And usually they're in the showroom is completely emptied out. There's tons of food, but
And Steve
of course,
Newhouse is usually there,
you
too.
guys worked it around for COVID. So what are you doing this year?
So this year we decided that we have to keep the tradition going. I mean, for everything that every vet has done, we need to do something. This is something little, but so this year it's a drive-through in our service department.
What a
So as
great...
you pull in, we're making up dishes, and it's eggs and bacon and sausage and
Frank will
some
be
cakes from
over in a few
yesterday's and
minutes.
bagels.
He's a veteran.
that?
Frank will be over shortly because he's a veteran of,
Yeah, I'll just
of
keep,
living with me.
I'm just going to keep getting in line. That's what I'll do. I'll just
What
go
did you end up doing for the drinks?
So we did nothing for drinks.
Oh, okay.
The coffee was going to be
Yeah,
like,
it's,
how do you have breakfast
Yeah, we
without
talked about
coffee?
it.
Well,
it's
all right, all
hard
we
to
need
do
is
that. Yeah.
spill coffee as we're putting a cap on it.
Yeah, and plus it's
We're a
hot.
car dealer. We're not a coffee shop. We can't figure that
By
hard
the
stuff
way,
out.
the service department is perfect because you pull
Yeah.
in there and there's a door right, and you're in an overhang. So
Oh, yeah.
when you drive
They've been
in
working
there,
on this for days.
I love this.
Yeah.
Love.
He had to cancel lunch with me tomorrow to work on this. Yesterday, I mean.
That
Oh,
wasn't
yesterday,
that
yeah,
wasn't
it
the
did,
real
yeah.
reason, Neil.
Well, at least I'll have some leftovers for tomorrow, Neil. So there's hope.
Neil usually has to charge me like a copay or a deductible because like those lunches are like a vent session for me. They work out wonderfully. So, but
God.
what's amazing is the amount of deliveries. I guess with COVID, there's still some concern going out, and we've got drivers just running all over the place, dropping off food, which
I
is
love
pretty
it.
awesome.
How cool is that?
It's a great
Wonderful.
thing.
So
What a
can
great
people
thing.
still come if they hear this morning? They can still drive through, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll be going until 11 o'clock this morning.
All right. So 8:30.
I don't even know what time it is now. 8:30. We started at 8,
yeah.
and we've
Yeah.
done 7.5 dozen eggs already.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that's fabulous.
so Leo, if people want to get delivered, what would they do? Give the business a call you up there?
Dealership.
Yep, call the dealership 986-1131, and they're taking orders and getting addresses and putting them on the road. And
All right. So for everybody out there who's listening, if you know a veteran that wants to have breakfast for free, just tell them to come drive over. Or if they want it delivered, call up at 845-986-1131.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a
Great
great
stuff.
thing. What a great thing to
I
do.
love that.
It's amazing.
we
to the
usually
veterans.
go every year too.
Yeah, we usually
We
do.
are here for it.
Yeah, we're gonna miss that this year for sure.
We'll drive through.
Yeah,
Yeah. Somehow, I think you will.
but
Frank
Leo,
will be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, you need a food tester, to make sure the food's coming out consistent, right? So
right,
that's
right.
what I'm
Somebody
there
has
for.
to do it.
But Leo, it's a great thing your family does every year, and just
Yeah,
another a
fabulous.
great business in the community that really cares about the community, and you guys are always in the forefront
Over
for that.
40
so,
years.
Yeah, so it's hats off to you and to all the
And to
veterans
your
out
father.
there, and to your father. Make sure you go out there
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and
It's all here.
yep.
Yeah.
So the number once again, if people want to get a delivery, any veterans out there, Leo?
Is 986-1131.
There you go.
So while Leo's on the phone now, I just want to make a suggestion. So he and I talked about this. One day we should do he and I do the show together, be co-hosts together.
I love it. Leo has an open invitation. He could walk in any morning. The problem is getting him up.
Taylor, let me ask you a question. Are you within arm's length of Neil right now?
Yep.
All right, Neil, I do apologize. The other half of the suggestion, you ready, Frank?
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
It's an all-boys day. Sorry, Taylor. You get the morning off. You can go go have a spa day. It's going to be an all-boys day.
Oh, I would love to
Crowd
have a
goes
spa
wild.
day. Trust
Yeah,
me.
that's good. We'll give her out to the spa.
Oh, do please. I've
Yeah.
been to Glenmere numerous times.
All right, there's your chance.
It's our chance.
Frank's paying for it.
I like it, Leo. I need a break.
All right.
All right,
Pick a date,
terrific.
I'm in.
I will see you Friday on my show for the Rotary Citizen of the Year and Community Service Awards.
Sounds good.
All right.
We'll see you
Take
then,
care.
Leo.
Have a
Thanks.
good one.
All right, yep.
Good luck
Thanks.
today. All right, Veterans Day. And Paul, see, that's it. A lot of people, in the community, they really care about the community. And I'm just amazed between what you do, what Leo does. You're always, you
Well,
for the
that's
animals
what
and
it
for
means
everybody
to
else.
be part of a community.
To give back,
And
yeah.
actually, Paul at Nebrasky Plumbing and Heating does have a drop-off for the Toys for Military Tot Drive we're doing. And I know they've gotten toys already.
Absolutely, and I want to say something about Leo Katie's. I moved to the community a year ago, and we buy unbelievably what he does for the community. And we buy, we upgrade our trucks. It's very important to us, probably 6-7 trucks a year that we upgrade. And I called you, Taylor, a couple months ago, and I said, I really want to use a local company. You immediately recommended Leo Katie's. In the last 3 months, I've purchased 3 trucks from his company, from his dealership. What an amazing dealership. They treat their customers like they treat the
Like you
community.
do.
Leslie from his office,
she's
who runs
great.
everything. She's amazing. So I just got to tell you, not only, you practice what you preach. Amazing. It was really, we just fantastically love buying trucks from him. Such a better experience that I've ran into in my last 32 years of business of buying vehicles.
Yeah, and
so thank you for that too, Leo.
Yeah, and by the way, I have an escape. I've been trying to escape, but it hasn't worked.
Although she drives it like a Maserati.
Me too. I have one too.
How do you drive an Escape like a Maserati?
You can't. Believe me, it's
Oh,
impossible.
man. She's already got
I've done it.
She had new brakes put on that thing already.
Only you.
I've had it for a year.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
Oh, my God.
I'm assuming Taylor's not allowed to drive your cars, Frank? I mean,
No.
what's the...
No, it's like, it's scary enough. You know what, Paul? One of these days when when you're here, have Taylor take you for a little ride and let's see where that all goes. You'll see why you don't want Taylor
No, the
driving your
best
car.
compliment I got was Jerry Higbee, who's one of the dirt track racers, and also he has Higbee chassis, that HigFab. He was here to be on the morning show when it was racing season last year, and he said, "You did not fail to impress me. You're in an SUV, and you came in on 2 wheels."
That is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so what were you saying about the? I forgot.
Well, here's my thought. I know we're
Yes.
going to be running out of time soon. We have some amazing, crazy, I call stupid questions that Butterball has gotten over the years.
Oh, those are hilarious.
And they're hilarious. I would love to talk about it maybe next Tuesday or
Okay.
the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay,
because it will be fun.
How about
They're
you?
hilarious.
Do you have them available now? We could do.
He
one
He was just starting them when Leo called. So
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
which was really more.
we teased everybody.
So
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do them.
This
Yeah.
is a good one. And these are true, absolute recorded messages. Okay. Okay. So let's do the first one. And there's so many of them. We'll do one. I sliced my bird in half with a chainsaw.
what? How
Will
big
the
was
engine
this
oil
bird?
be a problem? I sliced my bird in half with a chainsaw. Will the engine oil be a problem?
Oh my God.
So they did get my letter.
God.
This was actually called
my
the
God.
1-800-Butterball number. Okay.
Holy Toledo.
You can't make it up.
Yo, Butterball, got a problem with my chainsaw. Does that use what kind of oil? 2-cycle oil in that thing?
Right. Of course, I would have answered, well, what kind of oil was it? Right? I mean, come on. Was it
Right.
I would have
synthetic
said,
or
when was the
regular oil?
last
That would
time
make
you
the
changed
difference.
the oil?
Oh,
Toledo.
I hope they did that outside. Got to make a mess.
You know you're a redneck when.
That's right.
When you cut your bird in half with a chainsaw.
Right. there you
Wouldn't want to
go.
be in that kitchen.
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
honey, look what I did.
I mean, these are just great.
At least you don't need gravy.
So, of course, the answer, the helpline answer was yes. Now, I think I get crazy questions being a plumbing contractor. These are great, though, because, people generally, so that answer was yes. So let's do one more.
Okay.
I forgot, and this is very common, they said. I forgot to remove the plastic shrink wrap before I roasted it.
What?
What do I do
Ooh.
now?
I suggest you go to school and get an education.
Call catering.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Is ShopRite open? Is ShopRite open?
Oh my God! That's beyond stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, you know how many people have cooked the turkey with all that stuff
giblets
inside,
Well,
and
that I
forgot to
understand.
take it out. You know,
you're busy. You're trying to get.
Yeah, that
I
you
get
could
that
sort,
part,
right.
but the plastic out. No. I'm sorry.
Well,
What are you,
maybe
stoned?
Certain people can't see. Maybe they didn't have their glasses on.
You
I
can
have
feel
no
the
clue.
plastic,
Yeah,
Paul.
right.
well, you know, they do have those turkey roaster bags. You put it inside the plastic bag and you
That's
can cook
different.
it. Yeah, I guess that is a bit different, isn't it?
So, of course, the answer, the very nice answer from the person on the other end was, "Do you have another bird?"
Because you'll need one.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is
And take the
incredible.
plastic off first.
I actually use the bags for brining because I brine my turkey overnight. So they make special bags for that.
Yeah, Eileen uses that too. But wait, talking about brining, we can go all day with these because they are just fantastic. One more. We got to
Okay,
do
go
one
ahead.
more.
One
yeah,
more.
they're addictive, by
I
the way.
scrubbed my raw turkey with a toothbrush, dipped in bleach for 3
What?
hours. Okay.
For 3
Is that
hours.
enough to-
What?
right, is
No,
that
seriously,
enough?
what drug are they on? I
Right.
mean,
Is that enough to kill the harmful bacteria?
It's enough to
and
kill.
you.
Yeah, it's enough to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't be getting the COVID.
That's exactly what the answer was. Not sure, but if you eat it, it could kill you.
Why don't you just drink the bottle of Clorox?
Oh my God.
How insane. I'm really, seriously, you can't tell me these people
Now, this wasn't from the
exist.
Trump household, was it, with the Clorox? Wasn't there a...
I told you, Frank, I
Melania
don't
was
get into
feeding
politics.
Isn't there
the
an issue with
Donald.
that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I
Oh,
don't.
my
Somehow,
God.
I don't think she cooks her own turkey. I really don't see
Nah,
that.
probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Why, hey, why when you live with one, right?
Oh, Frank.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh,
Just
my
kidding.
God.
Couldn't resist.
That was Frank's
Oh,
remark.
right.
That was Taylor said that one.
I'm not in a million years.
Come on, he's going to be the next president anyway, so what do you care?
What do you mean next? He was the
He
former
is.
president.
Well, he'll be the next one, too. They're going to change
I
the
just
numbers
heard he's
around.
looking to change his name to Joe Biden. I read that this morning.
He might.
It depends on how the absentee votes go.
Yeah, we don't even want to get into politics. It's just too
No,
out of
not
control.
this
It's too
morning.
much
I
fun to
did
make fun of
enough.
both
Too
of
much.
them, so you can't really win.
I know. Sadly.
Not me, Taylor. All I can say is we started off the morning by you forgetting who I was, and I was.
I
supposed to be
didn't
on
forget
today.
who you were. I forgot what day
You
it
know,
was.
So you win the turkey award from me. You're good.
You're good.
Okay. You're good, and it's okay. But Neil, you remembered, so you know we're good. So we're
Excellent.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
that's
the-
good
the-
news.
The
Neil was
difference
all
is
excited.
Neil knows what day it is because he comes in only one day a week. I have an excuse.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So, Paul, if people want to get in touch with Nebrasky Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, and what's the best way to do that?
It's nebraskyplumbing.com, or you can email us at info@nebraskyplumbing.com. We love the questions. We're a
And
drop-off place
comments.
for the and comments. We are a drop-off place for the toys, and is that toys? I always get that wrong. Taylor. What's the name of that program?
Toys for Military Tots. And by the way, that all stays in Orange County. So you have children of disabled American veterans and children of military either stationed at Stewart or who left being stationed at Stewart. They were overseas in the Middle East. So these are their kids who most of the time would not get Christmas gifts. So toys for baby to 12 years old, new unwrapped toys. And if you have some wrapping paper and bows, they would appreciate that too. And the reason they're unwrapped, because somebody asked me that the other day, is because these two groups that split the bounty, they have the names and ages and genders of the children, and they wrap them when they get
Well,
there.
they have to compare what goes to who, and this way they know what the gift
Exactly.
is, you know.
Yeah, so we're going
And
to,
as-
and December
that's-
14th is the last day because that's the day Steve Newhouse will be here, who,
Yeah.
sparked this whole thing 5 years ago.
And they don't have to be gender specific,
No.
but if it could be something for a young boy or a
Anything.
young girl, and that's
Yeah, it
why they're
doesn't matter.
unwrapped.
They'll
so
figure it out,
They'll
yeah.
figure it out from there.
Yeah.
And another quick note, our company every year does the Giving Tree with the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, nice.
And that's really a great program, which we're taking care of. Each one of our employees gets to pick a child who who cannot afford Christmas,
Right.
and our Hanukkah, and they give us a list of gifts that child would like. So, that's if you want to give to another great program, it's the Giving Tree through the Boys and Girls Club. So that's what Nebrasky Plumbing does, along with helping Taylor and everybody with the toys for the military. So, this stuff's important. It's really, really important.
All right, so Paul, or whatever your name is.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, there you go.
Stanley Tucci, that's
yeah, poor
fine.
Taylor. We're going to, she's going to get a little rest. Need a little more rest tonight, Taylor. I think that's what it is.
Why?
Have a good, we have a good solid breakfast. You need.
I didn't eat.
Hey,
I don't
she
eat
needs
it.
some eggs and bacon today. Let's hook
Bacon.
her up with
No,
that later
I
on.
don't eat bacon. I eat veggie bacon.
No, that's the
And
problem.
next time on, leave me some time. We got to go over some of these great turkey
We're gonna do
questions.
that.
What we
before
need to
Thanksgiving.
do is get you to have your own show, and you and Frank could do it. I think
Yeah,
it
I'll
would
have
be
some fun
fabulous.
with that. But we'll get him on before Thanksgiving. Talk
Yeah,
about the
of
rest of these. So
course.
we're definitely going to do that
Yeah, next Tuesday.
next week Tuesday.
Yep, for
All right.
sure.
Next
So-
Tuesday.
Paul, you have yourself a great
Thank
day
you,
out
Paul.
there. Stay
Always
safe.
such a ball when he
Always.
comes on.
It's always
Love
great.
It.
All right, guys. Thank you, and
Thank you.
stay safe. Have a great day.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.